Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. I'm Pxy-VERSE and we are doing here universe building on some new approach. This is old. It's the first time I retaken some sci-fi-ish how to say world building thing. So here is stylized, you see, and we have some animation. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I'm just showing what it should look like in the end, render like, right? But of course, this is EV, I'm still working on just showing some places here, folks. So this was the first attempt to return into returning into this practice of making scenery. This is not in the end I was not totally satisfied with this. I had difficulties in okay, this is a cool scene, but I don't see how my current state of making storytelling, right, those places were created like somewhat randomly, and out of, oh, I want something like that, this looks cool, and then I have another place which is a shuttle. So this was the second attempt. So what I'm telling is that those were created out of pure imagination of as I gathered it, and so in the end it wasn't really usable for the storytelling which I was having ideas to put into action. This was slightly different than this other shuttle, which is a much smaller system, right? A much smaller place, which has got some, yeah, and here I already started to conceive something much smaller, more cozy, more not that the other wasn't, but this is more like how do you say, yes, so this is meant to be more, this was closer to the idea of the things that I would need to storytelling some scenes, right? But then also I had problems with that because of the spacing. It ended up being even larger than what I would need to, and I started building. Some places are relatively okay, like this probably is one of the best places, this part here of this entire part, right, this entire shuttle. And but then I also ended up experimenting, creating too much more stuff that then actually I would use necessarily. So I was trying to fill in spaces creatively, and then I ended up having some difficulties in after adapting this to what would be okay. But what if I were to make a scene like a 3D animation filmmaking scene out of this some of this scenery? Would that work? And it turned out that just for some place like this it might have been okay, maybe like here, but for all the rest it wasn't fitting well enough. So I ended up building all that more for practice and realizing what was possible and not. And yeah, I've studied a lot of shading, there's some special effects too, but yeah, there's this top part here, the planetarium. So in the end, nothing here was totally finished, and but so this was a second attempt, and I was much closer to a real application. Talking again about this place here. So even though I liked sort of the results for this deck, it also ended up not being fitting well enough for the tripulation that I would have for the scenes that I would use. So this is still like, it ended up not being good enough for what I wanted. But yeah, if I had a larger crew with some more random stuff, just filling stuff, then that would probably work. But this was not the case. So the crew that I would use for the story would be very small. So it would be a bit odd if they were caught in all this larger place with a lot of labyrinthic, even though it's pretty cool. Something strange about this. So what oh, there we go. Okay, so here we can go up here. Of course, the idea of being labyrinthic I kind of like, if it's part organic. This the last thing I was doing. So these are like dormitoriums, right? Bedrooms, whatever that were. Only this one was sort of more like but then yeah, as being the last thing that I attempted, then I ended up thinking that all this stuff like that looks like college, university hallways, or yeah, sort of a bit boring stuff. It ended up being interesting, but it didn't fit again. Then it is symmetrized the other way around, so there are too much room, so I could just delete everything, but this was a restart from a base, like only the essential. But yeah, maybe I can reuse this place. But okay, so this ended up not being well enough, so I was thinking, okay, what could be the better approach then? And so I ended up thinking that, well, which scenes do I really need, or shots? Yeah, which scenes or sequence? More, let's talk about scene, right? Why didn't? Okay, so here's the world origin. Let's say here. Okay, so this shuttle is right there. This can cause some trouble, but we are not gonna. We can try to build stuff from there. I'm just concerned if I can move all that. There are too many things here. So maybe the safest way would be to... Oops, I'm saving on the new file there. This is bad. An old file. So let's make this the... So I see it was last time I touched that. So let's update this to some. So that would be a backup. And here we are on 23 March. So what is Blender 4.0? Yeah, this is... I even changed Blender version in the process. So yeah, this is really not required, not anymore. So shuttle, no, not shuttle, but actually I'll call this the spacecraft. So what is this Stairways, this idea of the title? Well, basically I had an idea, so I'm going to, because I don't want to remake all the things, and I'm not very good with appending an assets library yet. So I'm just gonna make a new copy settings. Now full copy, okay, so just to be sure. So here I'm on full copy, and that will be spacecraft. So sorry about the all this explanation, but this is the context. So what I turned out to be is that, wait, what if I pick these elements, right, and yeah, I can probably delete everything. No, but the idea, it is a bit risky, so let's just move this down or up, I don't know. Let's move it down, and then we hide, and then we, there's a landscape. Okay, we can keep that list. So I ended up with the following idea, folks, that maybe if I just model, create the thing, when I actually have a scene, like scripted, or a conceived scene with interactions, with characters, with dialogue, something like that. Oh, I'm sure I'm gonna use that in a certain web episode, in a certain shot, on a certain scene or sequence or cinematic. I don't know. The format of the 3D animation project that I intend to make sort of web series in YouTube, in my YouTube channel probably, but I want it to be yes, the format, of course, it's an army of one man, one person only army in principle, so it's a mad thing, right? But I feel like it is possible because 3D animation is not so it's not as it's time consuming, it's complex, but it is not as challenging, I think, than 2D traditional animation. So of course it depends on a lot of factors, but now I'm learning 3D animation. I'm a former 2D traditional animator, so I decided that, oh, let's do 3D. Of course, there are a lot of problematics with CG art in the way, but that's why we have Blender and trying to solve everything. So the approach is the following, folks. Yeah, get what is this that I have scripted already for a scene. Okay, I have a scene, and so I'm going to build exactly the scenery for the assets, the characters have for that scene. I'm not gonna think about all the rest too much. I'm not gonna even care about reproducing the rest, what doesn't show, right? I'll just build what I need. So the idea of the stairways here was indeed one of the things that I was thinking about. So what is this stairway? So I had this crazy idea, folks. So let's take the Enterprise. There is the Enterprise, yeah, the starship, right? So that looking from outside, there is a strange thing here, a strange feature here. Let's pick a picture that tells it, that tells the story well enough. Okay, let's pick this one for example. Alright, so you see that angular ramp here, whatever, those buildings, that what's inside this thing, right? So then I imagined something crazy. I'm not sure if that exists in any sci-fi thing, but I had this idea of a gigantic, not gigantic, but a very large, wide ramp, a stairway, like there would be a stairways that crosses in the middle somewhat, and that would be like a large corridor, but like an elevator corridor, right? But that has got stairways. I have some elevators, but usually, in principle, a very large stairway in the middle, and then on each floor, because there would be floor, there would be like, yeah, circulating corridor with offices. So the corridors, they show the space, right? And inside the inner walls of the corridor, they would have, so it would be sort of, let's, if I'm gonna draw the concept. So this is the fundamental idea. So let's see if I get annotations, view, annotations. Why this is not pinned? Okay, let's pin annotations, move them up. So annotation, so it will be like, alright, I don't want this. Let's delete this is older stuff. Cannot delete locked layers. Okay, they are locked layers, so we can delete because these are just copies of the new scene. So here, okay. So you have something that's structured there that connects whatever is on top, on bottom, and then we have the stairways, which should be somewhere in the middle, right? So the angle is important somewhat, right? So maybe this might be required to be more inclined. This place would be, of course, larger and larger. So people maybe on this side. So there, of course, there would be a ceiling. And I'm not drawing perspective here, so. But then we have the floors crossing. So on each floor, okay, so now maybe you can draw in perspective. There will be this area. So behind on both sides, behind the stairs, there would be, so the large stairs there, there would be this place here with some, some office. Then here there would be, probably something, a little hall here, or I don't know, some lounge place, whatever. So the office here, so all around, and then here we have glasses, whatever, window to the all around. So you got the idea, right? So I hope so, because this is not very, so we are seeing the stairs from behind here. Here on the sides maybe we have some facilities, elevators, I don't know. And then on the front we have the similar structure there, except that they are, so probably there would be passages on the side, to the inverse side. So each floor, so here would have a similar structure. Maybe it would be slightly different because here we can, because of this inclination, right? This, maybe it's better to have an generic elevator that is in front, like a panoramic view of space, whatever. So so maybe here could have this sort of panoramic elevator. Here I'm not sure, this will be too much junk if we do that. So, and so here maybe this is another, it's not office, maybe this is other thing that I'm not sure. So but each floor would have, you see, each floor would have its own thing like that, right? And the stairways continue, and this, so if you are up or down and you look, you'll see a whole, like a large tunnel, right? But inclined, so it's crazy, right? And some ideas that I have, this was the glimpse. I don't really know how it is inside. Maybe I've seen this somewhere, really I don't know. So but I watched the old Star Trek, I don't remember anything like that. Some ideas that influenced me to think that is in Paris there are some large stairways that are certainly not as impressive in the sense of sci-fi that I'm telling, but they sort of start to give this crazy idea. For example, in Paris there is the Bibliothèque François Mitterrand, c'est a new public library. Now this is not the stairways I'm talking about, but the entrance, which this is the building. The entrance, we go inside, right? Here's an internal court with a lot of vegetation. It's large, you see here. Very beautiful modern place. Paris has the most incredible old school sci-fi architecture, I guess. And like La Villette, all those crazy things. So I was a kid, so I experienced. It didn't exist at my time though. I visited that later. I had the opportunity. So there is a stairways that is not very impressive. Just a so here's area in front of that thing. I think this is a higher ceiling, a higher floor, but it doesn't matter. Where is the entrance? Entrée maybe. Yeah. So here I think in this stairway, it's a very large, it's tiny normal stairways, automatic elevator, right? So entrée in French. So let's see. We need to enter, and the other place is the library or the bibliothèque that is behind, which enters behind Centre Georges Pompidou, which is also a fantastic. I'll try to show you in a moment. So here, unfortunately, it's very hard to find those interiors sometimes without some. Oh, what is this? No, it shouldn't be that. Maybe I need to simplify this. Okay, so here. So it's not nearly impressive, but you need to get this to get to the, maybe this is I don't remember these walls. It opens up. That's the important thing. It's opens up to, yeah, here. I think maybe is that it? Yeah, maybe that's the main entrance. So maybe it has changed from my memory. And the other place is alright, so no, okay, so which is even least impressive. So everyone knows this famous place, should know this this architecture, right? It's very yeah, it is the authors, the architects that made that were very creative, making the structure appear outside of the building, sort of in a purposed way. And so we have to reach the back door bibliothèque, which is a public thing. We need to access this from the back of the building, so the other side, and there is some stairways which similar concept as that simple stairway that we found on and for some reason this marked me those large spaces. There are probably other references. So by the idea of the enterprise, right? And maybe some other place that I saw their stair. Wow, what about the stairway here, right? So, okay, so that is the whole thing. Now, the question is, okay, let's build that, because I have a scene that should occur with stairways. That large stairway. So I have the materials, I have all I need to start building this. Well, I don't have the plant, the blue sheets, blueprints, right? Blueprints of that, but we can try to build from scratch. The idea of a stairway. So I'm still in doubt. Maybe should I get a stairway exactly in the center? So let's perhaps just block out this stuff, right? Maybe that's the best thing. So I'm gonna start by cannot reap faces. Okay, this is. Why can't I reap? Alright, I don't got it. I don't see why I cannot rip those things, but alright. Of course, we want a mirror modifier for this, as will help, because these things will start being symmetric. What happened to? Oh, I didn't loop cut because I was splitting, so still didn't. All right, let's delete these faces, delete that, whatever. I'm a bit slow, right? I'm a bit rusty with all that, but we're going to start working on that. So here, let's add. Okay, first thing, I hate objects in Blender. Let's get those transforms to lock in space, right? I don't want to be moving the object around in any random way. So here, mirror. So still gotta get used to this new setup. So I had in principle a good setup for organization. Yeah, let's keep that on. And clipping, yes. Oh, it mirrored the. Oh no, this is the right side. Okay, so I'll need an angle, and I haven't chosen it yet. So for now, we're gonna have to explore that. So let's start with that, and we can also rip that if Blender allows me to rip those things. Is behaving very strangely today, but okay. Here this angle don't need to be the same to start with, but it will be good if it were, right? So what do I do these walls? Well, they should be interesting. The scale of that, let's take a look. This is 1 meter. Okay, so I want to delete that. Alright, so what we need here is to just expand alright, so vertices, why I'm doing that, I can just dissolve that, pick that vertex and loop cut on X, there we go, now it's aligned. So let's merge merge by distance. Let's push this to the side. Actually, we probably want also so maybe we should delete this. We can extrude them with more quality here. So if I do this, then I pick whatever angle. So to draw the angle, of course, this is not clear because, yeah, I'm not rotating, so at least they are aligned here, which is not complicated to do. Then maybe I can loop cut here, loop cut here. Let's try to align this all together. So if we pick all these vertices here, and we pick, yeah, let's start with this. Select these vertices and on cursor SZ0, there we go. This is not required. So why do I even have this for now? So the stairways could be that. This doesn't look inclined enough. So my idea would be to keep extruding this, right? But not yet, so let's see. The center doesn't matter too much. The center doesn't need to be as symmetric in relation to each side, right? but yeah, at least I want the same matching here. So let's say, so if I can just move them all together. So I probably need to expand this, right? I can probably, what if I extrude these? No, extrusion not working. This extrusion sort of works, but we can work inversely, so we can do this. So let's conceive that this will be the general. Oh, I didn't expect this to be so difficult working with these diagonals here, but okay, so if I extrude here, yes, of course I can make this into an array. After I have got this main structure, right, it should be easier to work with an array. So let's make that this, yes, I got the idea. So that would be the one of the side of the office, right? Maybe it's not large enough, okay? And here also let's push this to that side. Here we don't need that, dissolve, no. Dissolve, so here we are lacking some structure. We probably can fix that this way. No, I'm on global. If I had to do that, let's... Okay, I can fix that by... What's happening? X, Z, no. Oh, because, of course, so local maybe. No, okay, this work on global. Better do that. Since I messed up here, let's reduce this and then extrude this on Y. So here would be that other part. This seems to have also be incorrect. Faces. So let's assume that this, yeah, let's also make another subdivision here, maybe where, yeah, so the offices, they could be here. The corridor is quite large, and we can make a double thing here, why not? So we can give those, assign something to this material. So the stairways would be here, about here, and here is no different thing. So we can, so here is a hallway, and of course how it loops, that matters. And so this extrude, no, extrude here, maybe it must start to get yeah, it starts to curve in circularly until we get this thing. So right now it seems too tall if that was to contain people. Let's try to measure this distance. This is 1 meter. Okay, maybe we can do something better about this. So where's the grid? So if that is 1 meter, 3 meters, so ceiling of 3 meters maybe about. So we need to improve this. Yeah, let's also pick these ones, not this one, and this one. So taller than that, I'm not sure if that would be the case. So we can how do I match the SZ3? I'll need to snap to grid, of course. Alright, so we can do this with this, and we move up. So since they are all aligned, let's snap to increment there. However, maybe I lost the angle. We'll have to redo this angle anyways. And here for the bottom also, I have this thing. There's creating measures everywhere. Alright, so looks like we'll have to expand this side thing. We made that wrong. So a lot of things here, maybe. No, I cannot dissolve. Well, I can. We can develop that part later. It doesn't really matter. So let's look inside. With material colors, it should be better. And here we can probably take the bottom parts. Yes, these. Let's also dissolve here and here for now. Yeah, these ones. It would be easy if I can hide the ceiling too. I know how to do this. I'll have to create an object a boolean modifier. That should help, but let's first fix these alignments. So here, just making sure they match here. I don't know what's happening. No, that's correct. Okay, so it seems all aligned. And oh, that's the other side. Okay, so the other side got okay, let's pick that thing and delete. Okay, that's better. Why am I always picking this? What's the shortcut? Shift M. No? Okay, I don't know. Shift M. Why does it say M shortcut if it doesn't do anything? So if it does something else. So here, blocking out those face loops. Yeah, no face loops here. Here we're gonna do the same thing than we did there. So we're gonna, although I'm not sure how this part will end, but we're going to work on that. Hold on, let's add some chat here. This will be a good time for some soundtrack, right, folks? So let's get some soundtrack here. I have good soundtrack for star fighting. Sorry, I forgot. So have this white bat audio. So let's reduce the double sound. Yeah. Sorry again. I cannot use this without a headphone. Okay, now where has gone my... found it. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, let's go back here. And okay, the chat, I want the chat to be here, and there we go. So that should be fine. So we're developing this kind of slow at the moment, but for a good cause. It should grow as we... So I can make this sort of arrangement, adjustment to get those angles changed of the stairs. It shouldn't be that verticalized, right? So I also don't want to make it so like that, so it should be something that looks more or less good. It will depend because I'll have to find out what looks good in the end. So for the... So here we could already try some array, right? But we don't have enough structure, right, folks? So let's try to... Yeah, so there's the problem of the hiding the ceiling. So the way to do that, we add a boolean that we need a cube. So another mesh object. So let's go to the here mesh cube. We gonna change its proportions. It doesn't need to be very... We're gonna change it to wireframe. No, it's to wire. We're gonna move it down. We try to not use this for now. Maybe it is better if we grow it a little thicker that way, and then we need to... This one has got to get a boolean in relation to that, and that should be the difference, I guess. Fast. And there we go. So now we can sort of hide the... Yeah, and we can still work on the... Of course, maybe we need to work on... Okay, it also works on edit mode. So here we are seeing that our mesh is being rendered transparent because of the boolean. Sometimes the boolean need to be before or after. So here maybe the materials are not helping in visualization, so let me make some loop cuts here, except not for these. What's that? Oh, that did for the wrong for the... No, that was correct. Okay, so I see. It's that this took the whole... Okay, on the ceiling we just don't want here for now. We'll find different way to solve this. And let's reduce this. So I'm gonna change... Yeah, let's start to give some materials here. I have lots, so this could be carpet red. Yeah, okay, I always forget about this. There's only one material here. Here we can get carpet blue for now. So here we are not sure yet, so here could get some... Yeah, let's start with some glass here. So where it is, glass space, right? By the looks... Oh, what's happening? I changed the... okay. So this is not longer corridor enough, so I have to expand this. Yeah, just expand those faces. Bring all that. Let's try this. So if we are in the stairs, then we get here. Yeah, it sounds to look good. This area also doesn't seem to contain enough space for office. The office usually are on this side, not on this side. This side I haven't totally decided what would be, so for now let's give it some material, whatever. So this part, because it's more less clear for me what I want to do. So the ceiling for now it can get to maybe carpet jade, whatever. This is corridor. Here we lacked this yeah, I don't know exactly the side, so it doesn't matter right now. We can fix that, align that later. And here, of course, we need to probably get some... so this will be the end. At least this is worthy for the other side, not this one. So because this one is not clear. So let's see how... okay, recalculate inside. So flip and flip. All right, so oh, this looks very wrongly inclined in this way, but maybe we'll have to... so this part we also need to get here. Screencasts. This also doesn't seem to be... it looks like too small, so it has to... it gotta have a different... should have a different structure. So let's just expand here a little more. And for the sides, I believe the corridor should be more expanded, and including this. So we can bring this to the side, this and this, whatever, so that this face loop here can also go more here. So you see, we get more space for whatever thing that would be here. Here is that important part. I'm gonna make this so the mini hall that I mentioned, that would be here. This thing can probably protrude a little more. I forgot to... okay, so we're getting good rooms here. So maybe this is alternating, like you enter from one way and you have a large room. Maybe there are windows to the other. We don't have like any of this thing to be a cubic, little cubic, right? So this could be an interesting idea to economize space. So you have one door, then another door, so it's alternate. but it feels still a bit too small. So let's try to... Also, let me add the here soundtrack alter ship, and okay, to array the stairways, I'm not gonna build them in the middle of that. That should be a different mesh object, right, folks? So let's just get this thing here, and here I did that because here I'll need to... What happened there? Why this face look here? Oh, this was a mistake. So let's just remove that. So maybe this is a mistake. Maybe we don't need this yet, just for the ground. Okay, the floor. Can sort of centralize that. Here, then here, and then here. Alright, except that this is badly positioned. This color is bad. Can't see anything with that. The corridor seems a little too... I think in my imagination it would be a little wider, so of course I'll need perhaps an idea of the people, right, that exist in this, so we can probably add some stuff here. So let's say, do we have an asset here? Maybe on the timeline. Do we have Control F1? No, not Control F1, but F1, Shift F1. So yeah, and this scene I have some stuff, but I can't find it. Maybe I need to... Yeah, so let's get directly from this, then dummy. There's some dummies here. This dummy doesn't have the right proportions, so let's just duplicate it, delete this one, Shift M to scene collection. So I hope this is so this becomes Stairway, dummy Stairway. So we need some measurement here. Two meters. Yeah, I'm taking this idea. Usually these characters have different heights, the aliens that occupy this thing, humanoids, the Xykomotaki Tuplankton species, they are smaller. They are like gnomes, little gnomes, so they'd be maybe 1 meter and a little more, 1 meter and 40, 1 meter and 50, something like that. So but I'm studying for, I'm considering these are built for, so the meter here doesn't really matter, I can adapt that later, but because it's a proportional thing, the buildings they do. So if that would be a real person, then it would look like that. So what about the rooms that we have here? For some reason I was stuck. Oh, it's all, this is very hard to see. Alright. Ah, that's a nice room, and if this was a box cubicle for people to work, that also would work. The ceiling, though, I think for this card the ceiling should be higher on my, so everything a bit bigger. So this is not the kind of place to be that cozy or small stuff. This will be for some, yeah, so maybe I'll expand this a little. More, and then yeah, let's also expand this. This is not like a small, it's part, this is a large base spacecraft, maybe some satellites and space station, something like that. I haven't figured out yet, but here there would be captain quarters, or maybe the offices, right? So there will be some offices here, and let's go to, so let's pick this reference. Or actually you have to align everything, right folks? Yeah, this is annoying. Maybe I should align here with the grid, right? Much better. Yeah. Why I'm not using the grid? So let's use this thing. Enable that. Same for this part. We can not everything is good to align to the grid, but in this case it's good reference. So here probably we can try to we don't have a good grid alignment here despite all our effort. Yeah. Okay, now we are starting to catch it. Alright, that should work. Then here, what is this? Maybe this is... Where's the part that contains the wall? I think I deleted the wall. Yeah, I deleted the wall. So oh, I see what this is. This is the wall is there actually. No, I didn't delete the wall. This is just, so all this, let's move it like that and try to match here and here. Great. and the augmentation of the ceiling. Exactly. So for the ceiling, I was having different material using this carpet thing. So 3 meters, let's try. And soon we're gonna make the array and or the okay, so also let's try to align here the tip. Yeah, this will be a bit complicated. Here we go, it responds to eventually to the grid, but it's not that simple. Guess no, it's not a perfect matching, but that's, I think that can work. Let's try to build an array. That'll be funny. Finally, so of course we can build inner walls, maybe with solidify outer walls for everything, so stop having problems. Here we're gonna perhaps just disable this for a moment. Yeah, not here, we don't want here. Yeah, disable here. Or I can just hide it from, let's see. No, if you hide, it still operates, so we just want to disable it temporarily. Then we want to, oh, forgot something here. Let's also get this expanded here. Yeah, this is another way to make it. This is precision exact thing, so SX0, there we go. I would like to have some stairs. I don't remember how to make stairs in Blender. There are many techniques, it's always some puzzling things, so let's try. Yeah, because I want them to be somewhat regular stairs, the steps, so I need to make work with a cube. Yeah, a cube would do. Actually, can we bring that cube into that? Probably yes. So also let's change this material to just here to make sure. Let's get the outer face, and I want this to match here, SX0. Then we pick all this. Yeah, here we can. Well, the cube has perfect proportion, so scale on Shift Y. We don't want the Y scaling. So just XZ proportionally to 0.5. No. Okay, scale Shift Y. No, this is global local. Okay, locking. Okay, no, this is right. So S Shift Y, local Y, whatever. Now global Y should do. Then if I Oh no, not global Y, global X. Okay, because it's the axis of the world space since this thing is aligned. So let's do the S shift X. There we go. And S shift X 0.5. There we go. Now, is this step good? No, it's not good. Certainly, it's too big. Let's do again, and that again should not be enough. We can use the dummy. S05. Okay, now this is more adequate. It's not perfect, but I think it can work. We can also have it match the... yeah, I see. So can we sort of... is there a way to... those reductions that I've made? Okay, so there's a simple way to solve it. Maybe I give them this exact X-ray. So pick that and lock here. Pick that, lock here. Pick that, lock here. So, okay, that also should work. So here is our step. And we are going to find some way to the step has a problem. Okay, a tiny problem regarding at least this foot. Dendro steps. We can arrange it anytime later, so let's try to array this thing. So let's do... oh, this is the same object, and this is not gonna work, folks. So let's get this object, let's get this object P separated. We don't want boolean, we don't, yeah, we want mirror though, and we want array to the Z and to Y. Alright, 10. Alright, that is working, but we need to align to the... So for now this should do. It's not... We'll get a good approximation if we play with this value. Shift. But this is not the real part. I'm gonna change the stairs anyway, so continue growing that. Okay, maybe I skip that. For some reason, it's not, the Y doesn't match the grid. Oh, because this is incorrect. Alright, so okay, we're changing the angle, but that's okay. We can always, this is adaptable, at least for now. Okay, this is a narrating, so I need a vertex on. Alright, finally. So we pick only the top faces, vertices. Maybe it need to be on the vertices. There we go. Now the matching should be... no? What happened? Alright. How does that look? Yeah, it's starting to look according to what I had visualized. Here we probably want more space. This corridor I thought to be also larger, so let's make a... I cannot subdivide here, why not? Anyways, we can just extrude here. Let's check now. Yeah, looking better, but there's not enough space for perhaps another room, so let's try that. Yes, this looks better. Yes, this is looking good. It's not nearly that, exactly that, but that's already feasible. Let's look for the inverted faces. Alt and flip. All the outside face, they can be solved with so this of course is wrong. I want this not to be accessible in this way, so probably here we're gonna change the front part. Also here has some sort of different configuration. It's like this sort of thing like that, and probably this thing would go, well, this and whatever. Yeah, it brings the everything up there. This maybe we need to let's just solve this. This is causing trouble. No, not this. This is the right. Yes, we can do that. I don't know what's this doing here, so some wrong faces around. Yeah, those faces are very bizarre, so what's happening here? I can't understand what's going on, so lots of remaining vertices. Oh, this is also in the way, so it was making it more confusing. Why can't I dissolve these vertices? Alright, just trying to improve this part because it's not... Yeah, this can be included, doesn't matter. We need perhaps to bring this way. It looks like this is too close. Yeah, let's try that. And the moment is coming, folks. There's an array already, and there'll be an array on top of the array. Or I apply this. No, I'm not applied because I'm still working on that. So yeah, but this array will be different. So Y and 0, no, Z. I'm resetting 1, 0. Yeah. And now this one, so let's just do the copy thing, right, folks? So Control C. This is the copy attributes. Alright, so this is not working. Oh, it is doing something different. Yeah, this is arranged sideways. I thought I have copied it, but it's not. It was not working. So yeah, all right. So we start with that, but then does this has any? Y1, is that sufficient? No, that's too much, so we need to find the proper it's very subtle. if I had a good start condition here, that would work. Yeah, let's try just to get this thing nearly approximative. So we're starting to have some idea. Of course, this opening up of the floors without any solidify here is bad, so we can try to include the solidify before here. Offset. There are many things that I need to reconsider from imagination, right? So let's just look at one structure here, what the solidify is doing. I want it to grow. Outer walls. A bit complicated in offset 0, so okay, this is growing outer walls, good. Yes, so if I check here, you see this kind of solved some of this area here. Of course there'll be other ways, right, but this is an automation that will help, right, to solve that without affecting the rest of the mesh. So here we got some crazy stuff developing. Okay, we got something weird there. I cannot explain that. But okay, we got mostly correct, except there, yeah, this happens again. So it's always on those corners here that get some issue. Gonna address that later. So with the solidify and finally the array, I get a glimpse of the madness. Yeah, so this is too... Oh, there's a problem now with this. Okay, let's adapt. Alright. This repetition is a bit annoying, right? So I have to find a way to cover all this stuff. The front view is not very good, right? On this aspect. Yeah, there should be, of course, space. It's too inclined, of course, and I need to readapt that. And I need to cover the entrance somehow. It cannot be... Maybe there should be more distance, right, between one floor to the other. Yeah, that should be the right thing. This is like just too many floors, right? It shouldn't be like that, but occasionally you get some interesting looks if we accept that. Yeah, the front, we need to improve that. Maybe it's also too wide currently, but the corridors that I've conceived, they require to be that wide. So we already got an idea of what we need to do here. So that part we need to continue, right? Like an extrusion along normal. I'm gonna do that. This is a problem. How can I extrude? Oh, there we go. Apparently, now we are snapping. It doesn't have the orientation. Duplicate, scale. Yeah, and here we match some issue where we can't find the... That's why regularity is important, but at least we can, with that, sort of try to see how it looks like if we were to build that Yeah, of course this is chaotic now, but that's okay. Apparently time's up. Already 1 hour and a half in this, so time to give it a break. But already we have a not a great start, but yeah, at least we end up with something that is relevant to what I wanted to do. It's better than nothing, so I can study more based on this. Let's change some stuff here. Object transforms. This should also be pinned. This, let's just change its Y. So apparently it needs okay, so this new of course we need to perhaps increase the it's not about these stairs actually, it's about this part here. We need to yeah, what I've placed there was not enough, right? So I need to visualize the spacing between each, yeah, something like that, right? Between the floors, we could try that. And here is very subtle. Oh, right. Yes, these spacings are much better now. And the inclination. So the last thing, yeah, it's still the same deadly inclination, but we're starting to have some, yeah, I have to ignore these things. So what I can do here is just temporarily try to make this taller. So oh, I messed it up. Alright, so I have the same problem. I don't know how to expand this along this edge. Oh, that helps. All right. Good. Is this doing well? At least for this, it seems to be expanding regularly, so this is a new thing. Yeah, so it messed up some other stuff, but it's okay. Sort of okay. Oh, these things got... Alright, let's delete this. They got... This is too annoying to fix, so they got into the... No! If I delete them... Okay, let's fix that. So subdivide. Merge at last. No. Merge at last. Doesn't need that. Merge at last. So we're taking them off from the clipping zone of the mirror modifier. So this happens because I used that combination of cursor thing and that totally so I'm not quite understand what's going on here. This got crossed here. Looks like I've lost something. Oh, this is alright. The glass is alright, whatever. We got this to move. So, okay, I got the idea. So, SZ0. We need to realign those things, and here I don't know what these vertices are. Oh, okay, this made all the contour. Alright. What happens, the glass, they need just to... They are there. Just this thing. Okay, so I've lost the alignment of this, but that's okay. The most important part that I was working with was for here. So that means that, yeah, I could... Let's try this. So the solidify modifier might be working in our favor. Okay, this is clipped. This solve vertex. Let's connect that. No. Alright, whatever. Let's make okay, this got clipped, so X. No, it doesn't cut. No, not the X, the Y. Okay, so along the Y and here, and then merge at last. X0. There we go. Delete edge, face, connect, there we go. but it doesn't look like the height that, of course this is not enough. At least I'm back on the same situation. So this is very bad. So let's do, if I have a perfect angle there, it would be easier, right? So let's try that. And of course what I need to do is just, yeah, okay, let's do something like that. If I had planned with simple angles since the beginning, that would be easier. But I was more for the look, so I needed to test in different ways. I mean, I needed to do this in an organic way to visualize if my first thing would, if my first consideration how solid or non-solid it was. So right now it's clear that we need to improve that angle, and that the last thing I'm gonna do is also, let's temporarily delete this face. Yeah, let's delete this face so we can work with this easier. So also let's reduce this array on the Z, because now we have structure. Stairs that needs to be aligned. This is too messy, let's just delete. We don't care about that side right now. Yeah, so we start to get some. What happened there? I thought this was fixed. Oh, I made the wrong value, I guess. Yeah. Let's check assess now. Good. Yeah, so it's a bit boring, of course, but we starting to get the it has a limit, right? It shouldn't go too tall. Maybe this is already too much. Or maybe it's just not too much. 15 floors, 10 floors, that's a lot. So six floors. Now let's keep at 5 for now. Accidental keyframe. Alright, so now we can play with the angle. Yeah, the last thing I want to do. We have many angles here, at least from the inner part. So we're gonna use X-ray. Select all the angles. No, just these ones. So let's give something more like 45 degrees, right? This sounds very little, but this can make tons of difference already. Yeah, this sounds like more 45 degrees. And then here we need to okay, so here it's actually this part. It's much better. Still a bit stiff, still very largely inclined, but it's that part in the front is not being too annoying, although you can spread it apart if it is. Push it, right? My keyboard is... But I cannot make it too different, right? So okay, let's pick all that, right? So extrude, match that, try to get some right angle. So here, perhaps won't be glass. I don't want to make, I don't know, this is more neutral color. Let's check from a why there's this gap, doesn't matter. That's made a very big difference. Just some walls there and the glasses. Structure. Alright, so there are a lot of, yeah, this can be worked on, everything can be improved, but yeah, spacing there was good. How do I turn things invisible temporarily? Mask modifier, right? So to work with that, I'll have to probably, if I didn't want to delete this, so I would just get this vertex, could create like a vertex group, so mask walls, mod mask, stairway sides, and so assign. Then here we could get a not boolean but mask generate mask. Select the vertex group, invert, and there we go. This mask can be before the array, doesn't? Yeah. So it masks and then it arrays. So maybe less operations for Blender. We are facing something weird going on here. I think I deleted. No, I masked accidental stuff. Mask vertices and not yeah, so there's a problem here, is that it is taking, let's check this vertex group again. Select. No, there's no wrong vertex group. It's just that. Okay, so in this case, let's make some distinction here, here, and here, here. No, let's say this. Invert, remove, select. Alright, then go out and turn this on. Yes, it's turned on, and now something there is threshold. What's happening now? No, now it's working. Okay, so just mask here. Alright, so we leave it like that. Good. So we've made the inclination adjustments. We probably would like to get this straight 45 degrees, but I still want to test more inclination. So here, if I check, it is about 45 degrees. So yeah, let's try to make this. So I'm gonna save, because then. So in the end, 45 was very good. So let's try to get this, and let's see what will happen if we improve slightly more this. It should be very evident. So if this looks much better, then that would be curious. Wouldn't expect that, but it can happen. Let's see. Not the mask, but the array that needs to be, no, so 0.9, no. This for some reason moves a lot, so 8.4, 8.5. Okay, what about this? Let's go. To be fair, I didn't see much change. it looks feasible. It's not so regular, but we can use the grid to make some very regular. So instead of maybe from here to here, instead of from here to here, and from these also let's unmask now. Let's see if that gives some different impact. Well, the idea of getting this larger inclination, that I also am lacking some ideas for the sides. Yeah, could have some corridor there joining on the, yeah, so each floor could make the stairs, maybe there could be a floor for the, yeah, so that this floor, the stairs could be more complex, not straight like that. Or maybe just some, the sides can get some variation, yeah, so they derive into the rest. Yes, because right now there's no connection between the floors and the stairway, so this is a bit strange. And there should be lateral path there. So okay. It looks like that this kind of work, this more inclination, I think even it's better. Except that the more inclination, I believe, the more I would be tempted to take this part more to the, to give even more space here. So let's try. Yes, indeed. So that looks good. Yeah, so maybe even more. We don't see much difference immediately. Let's try to exaggerate and see. That's not too bad. Yes, this is a magnitude of space. I think more than that would be absurd, but we can try to keep augmenting this and see the effect. Apparently the stairs aren't following properly. No, they are. Is that this has not a very good value here. It overpassed 79, 67. All right. And the stairs, when we get good alignment, that will be fine. So, oh, that looks good. Yeah, so it's not, it's much larger, but no, but it seems too square. That's creates some strange effect. Yeah, too square. Unless, let's try. So is it better? No, too far, right? So too far, not good. I don't need the stairs here to verify that. Well, maybe it would be better, right? So it might look good from this position. No, not even that. It's too far. it was supposed to be something closer like that. And then of course there would be the, yeah, as we include the sideways, which would be not too difficult, we can test it right now, and then I think that would be it. So I need the, where's the, so here, and here. Yeah, to start with that could be enough. Then maybe we can expand this a little, I'm not sure. Even change the, yeah, let's change some color here maybe. No, this is confusing. Let's keep this. At least these ones, and that could be, I don't know, red. Where I am, right here. Where are the stairs? They are getting eaten. So where is the stairs again? Mask, stairs. There. And just whatever, just read.
É o YouTube sem anúncios. E vídeos sem anúncios no app do YouTube Kids. Para as crianças.
This is not a soundtrack. Anyway, just to finish off this thing. Yeah, this too bright and horrible decision. I just want to have this. Okay, sure, that helped. Alright, so yeah, this is bad, just to see that connection. So I think that can work in the end. Let's just get, it will require more the base is not safe that it will be something is missing. Yeah. Something that I cannot explain is missing. Maybe it needs to be wider than that. Yeah, let's try that again. Top view. It's already very wide, but let's try something like that. It's like the stairs are not being... No, that thing shouldn't be widened like that, of course. This passage. Something moved wrongly. Yeah. Okay, so I messed up, but that's fine. That was good investigation, folks. I think I need much more work in this to find the stairs. Probably they need to occupy larger spot in the center, so they are not that narrow. Well, it's not a narrow stairs, it's already a lot, but it feels like it's not taking space enough in relation to the corridors. Yeah, it's contradictory. So narrow, larger, wider stairs, different step kind of stairs for the connections. Yeah, each here in the front needs some sort of landmark, like some platform, and then finally we'd have some kind of stuff like a structural part of we'd have something like that could look like this thing, right? A structure like that in a starship, right? Or a spacecraft. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope that was intriguing in some way, but yeah, the scene that I'm conceiving for this would be like in a place like here, and notably here. Yeah, we need to make some curvy area here of the corridor. Then there's the office here. Here we could have this turn into glass too. Of course, we need some more detailment, right, of everything of that kind. So, of course, this is totally rough. I intend to be it rough, but when we have too much spaces like that, really we need to work on some assets and implement some interesting structure. Okay, here is an asset, right? Nerd planet, Earth-like planet. So alright, folks, thanks for watching. See you next time. I don't know when I'm gonna continue this live streaming this, but I think I need much more thinking. So happy blending. See you another stream. Take care.